The reality is 2 to 10% of your fans are only going to see your stuff anyway. So don't ever think, oh, if I keep posting too much, people are going to get sick of it. That's not true. You're only the person that's going to get sick of it. And guess what? If people do get sick of it, they're clearly not the person that you can serve, that you're meant to serve. I'd rather have fans of people who want to see what I've got coming up. Because who would agree when you're following someone or you're following something or you're interested in something, you just can't consume enough of it. Breakfast. Nice little crew. I think it was a good group actually. It's funny because when I am standing there, even though as a speaker you shouldn't do this, but you're human, so you do. Your eyes tend to always seem to focus back on the people who are paying the least attention.
Yeah.
So one of the things you do is if you're ever speaking to an audience is the person giving you the most, just keep going back to them.
Yeah.
Right, get the ones who are like, engaged with everything, answering every question. And that's another thing, people obviously learn in different ways. They take in information in different ways. I mean, I've had that before where someone's sitting in the audience and I'm like, wow, worst audience member ever. And at the end, they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. That was, I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? That was crazy.
No.
Yeah, when it comes to having limited time to obviously work on everything in its entirety, you've really got to break down and go, well, what's important right now. One thing I would certainly be doing, even though you haven't launched your product or service yet, is I'd still be allowing at least a couple of hours of those 12 to be able to produce education-based content, and whether that's doing Facebook Lives, whether that's writing some blog articles, etc. It's really good to get on top of that now, so people are starting to see you in that light, so that when a product does come and you have completed it, there's people going to be there already pre-interested in what you're doing, instead of spending every second just banging out the product. It's always good to mix it up and make sure that you're at least putting the flag up to show that you are coming into this industry, into this market. Road tripping. We are on tour. I must sound like a music artist, except I can't sing. The best tool I've used to attract most of your followers. Well, Facebook Lives, I've got to say, is a pretty good tool. I mean, I'm doing it now. Facebook ads, can't go past Facebook ads if you know how to do it properly. And we've invested well over $1 million on Facebook ads, so there's no surprise why we have hundreds of thousands of leads. The question is, though, are you investing your money and are you getting a return from it? Because you'll quickly run out of money if you are not putting it into the right place. So if you didn't hear, Shauna just asked, what are a couple of steps to take for new businesses starting out on social media? First of all, you must build your personal fan page and you must build your fan page. Now, that's, again, very 30,000 foot type. I think the best strategy I can teach right now, and I share this with everyone, and it's so powerful, is to build your Facebook profile to 5,000 friends. That's the simplest thing that people could be doing, but they don't.
But what if they're a little bit more private and they don't want 500 friends or 5,000 friends,
If they don't,
yeah.
I'd say, how much do you like money? Seriously, it's social media. If you want to have a private profile, you need to know that you're missing out on massive potential for your business or your product to get reached, to get out to people. And if you believe in your product enough, you'll sing it from every rooftop. I honestly don't see a difference unless you do something different by day than you do at night type thing, and you don't want people to know about it, which then I'd probably challenge the question of why don't you want people to know about what you do, because there's a lot of people who follow you, who are friends with you, who would be interested in what you're doing, but if you're only ever promoting it on a fan page, they're not getting to see what's really going on, especially for someone starting out when they don't have a big following on either fan page or a personal profile. The quickest thing, the fastest thing that you could do is go and build your personal profile. I mean, I came across this concept probably 4 years ago, and when I just added people every day, got to 5,000 as fast as I could.
Not that I've got anything to hide, but sometimes you just want to remain a little bit private, so You know, I think
Why?
I've got 3 kids that I think I don't need to expose them to social media like that. You know?
Why? They've all got their own Instagram accounts. They like all my photos. And they put photos of their scooters up. What's the difference? I think this is really valuable, actually. Are you saying that you want to be able to post photos of your children on your Facebook profile?
On my personal one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't want people who are interested in what you have. Your market is the person with children. I think we're getting somewhere. It's true though, right? Like, you're not attracting people like me. You're not attracting people who want to build business and be an entrepreneur and all of that. So, and that's the other thing, I think, is getting really clear on who do you actually want to have as your friends, right? Like, if you could have 5,000 friends, and when I say 5,000, I'm talking just, you know, socially on Facebook, because no one can actually really have 5,000 friends personally. You wouldn't be able to keep up with it. But you got to go, if you could have 5,000 of a type of person, what type of people would they be? And in your line of what you're doing,
People like me.
is they would love to see you post about your kids because they want to do that too, but they need someone to be the Pied Piper. If you've got enough runs on the board, if you've got proof of concept, then you can become an authority in the industry, yeah. You know, do you have to have done it yourself? Well, not necessarily. Like, you look at all the greatest coaches in the world, they're not the greatest players. They understand the game at a different level than any player does. You know, look at Wayne Bennett, rugby league. I mean, there's dozens and dozens of coaches like that. But Wayne Bennett knows a lot about rugby league. He played rugby league. He's been in rugby league his entire life. So, you know, he didn't wake up one day and go, I'm a super coach. He got called a super coach because he kept taking teams to grand finals and winning. Do you have to go out there and earn millions of dollars to be an authority? Not at all. But you got to learn the game. You got to learn the art. And for me, I'll tell you what, it's much easier coaching someone knowing and having been through the path, been through the jungle. Because if you're just trying to guess on your clients, or you're just trying to figure it out, you don't know. You just don't have a clue. What I do is, before I speak anywhere, even if I'm speaking to 5 people, 2 people, you know, I'll spend a few moments just visualizing, being there. It's another reason why I like to get to the room earlier. I like to feel the room. I like to feel my energy in it, how it could feel in it. There's nothing worse than surprises. You know, I say that a lot, but especially in this game where, you know, you want to be prepared, you want to turn up as your best person. I want to deliver the best that I could possibly deliver. So surroundings is a huge thing. I talk about this actually in my book. You know, your surroundings is such a pivotal component of success in any area of your life. Tonight my surroundings is a big room. There's a little bit more space in it than I'd probably prefer. You know, I like to have more, you know, the room entirely filled with energy. But it's another reason why I like to go there, because when I was visualizing, you know, I was seeing me moving around, people's faces smiling, you know, just seeing that interaction of people getting it and being a part of what we're doing. So it was, it's powerful. You know, you look at any professional sports person, whether they're lining up over a putt and they're going to take a putt to win the championship, or you know, you look at a football player taking the conversion, you know, they'll go through their ritual every single time. It's just visualization, just seeing it happen already. It's important. I got kicked out of high school and I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I fell into this thing called a job. I got an apprenticeship as a cabinet maker. Unfortunately for me, I stayed there 5 years too long. I always had within inside of me this burning desire for something greater. I know each and every one of you have that within you. Right now, every single one of you have that burning desire in you to succeed, to do something greater. The reality is 2 to 10% of your fans are only going to see your stuff anyway. So don't ever think, oh, if I keep posting too much, people are going to get sick of it. Because that's not true. You're only the person that's going to get sick of it. And guess what? If people do get sick of it, they're clearly not the person that you can serve, that you're meant to serve. I'd rather have fans of people who want to see what I've got coming up. Because who would agree, when you're following someone or you're following something or you're interested in something, you just can't consume enough of it. Our Ascension process, our one-time offer, our upsell, whatever we want to use the terminology, is converting at 80% because it's the missing piece to the actual main product that someone wanted. And that leaves a very important clue as well, is are your products positioned in the most compelling way? If you're not getting at least 50% uptake from your upsell, you need to reposition it because it's not right. Okay, we get anywhere upwards 75, 80%, like I said, with our upsells, our offers. It's extra money on the table that is there waiting for you.